Hello, good morning. Can everybody hear me? Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit. It's early yet, so I'm just testing the audio. Okay, I improvised today a whiteboard. So, can somebody tell me if you can hear me or not? Okay, we're going to wait for 1 minute because it's not 10 yet. So we're going to wait 1 more minute and I'll start. All right, so we have some people here already. 4 people. So can you say hi? You have the chat in this part of the screen. Okay, so you can type whatever you want. Okay, so I'm going to write something so you can see how it works. Okay, so we are 6 people already. Can you introduce yourself, say hi, so I can see who is attending the classes? All right, so I don't know if you cannot write or because maybe you're with a tablet, which will make it a little bit difficult to write, but it will be a very good idea if you could interact with me. So the class will be a lot more enjoyable, okay? Because it's the only way we have in this moment to communicate between ourselves, okay? So please try. Okay, so everybody says that you can hear me correctly, okay? So hello, good morning, everybody. How are you? How are you spending these days? I hope you are all excellent and in your houses for sure. Hello, Jaime. Good morning. How are you? I guess you are with Jorge too. So hello, Jorge and Jaime. Hello, Manuel. Okay, excellent. So the chat is working. Very, very good. Okay, so you're well, yes? Are you bored already or not? What are you doing in this whole free time, 3 days that you are having? Tell me. I'm trying to do some yoga, watch some movies too, trying to entertain myself at home as much as I can. Studying. Okay, that is a good way, Manuel, to spend this spare time that we are having. Okay, so I have a very important question for you guys. Do you all have your books, your English books at home or not? If you don't have them, it's not a problem. Oh, studying 5 or 6 hours. Wow, you're going to get very good marks then if you're studying all this. No, you don't have the book, right, Manuel? Okay, no problem. we will work without it. What about Jaime and Jorge? Do you have your books at home or not? Okay, we have a little bit of delay, so you can answer later. Okay, you don't have the books, but for the classes, is very important for you to have a notebook and a pencil, okay? So you can take some notes, and also we can do some activities during the class together and make them more enjoyable, and you can participate, the three of you together. Okay, so important for you during all the classes, that online classes that we're going to have, to have next to you a paper and a pen or pencil so you can write. Okay, all right. What are we going to do in these classes? You do not. Okay, Jorge, it's all right, no problems. You don't have the books, so we're going to work with different material. We're going to do these online classes in a way where you can participate only with the chat, of course, but I'm going to give you some activities to do at home that you can do and later send to me, okay? At the end of this class, I will give you an email where you can send me the activities that you do at home, so I can correct them. Okay, I will try to do or prepare enjoyable activities for you to do. Not so many grammar, not so much activities, not so many activities that are boring for you and that won't take lots of time. Also, as Jaime and Jorge, you both are preparing yourselves for your PET exam certification. I'm going to give you also some tips to work in the exam and keep preparing yourselves. For example, today I told you the last, one of our last classes we had at school, how to write a story. Okay, so I encourage you to write a story. I'm going to give you today the tips again, so you can remember them, because you took some notes in class, but as you don't have your books or notebooks at home, you need to have them again. So what we're going to do is each day work in one skill, okay? Speaking is difficult because you cannot speak, you only can write. Yes, for you too, Manuel. Everybody is going to do the same, okay? Because if you're not doing the exam, it's okay. But even though it's good for you to keep practicing your writing skills, okay? So you will do them. Today will be a writing, it's short, so it's okay. The next day will be another thing, not only about the exams, but okay, we will work in different skills. And as I said before, I'll try very hard to give you activities that you enjoy doing at home. Okay, practical activities. Good, Manuel. Excellent. Okay, so as I was saying, we're going to do each day an activity, and also one thing that I'm going to do with you guys is each day I will give you a new phrasal verb. I will only give you the phrasal verb. What is the objective of this? If we are for 15 days giving these online lessons, you're receiving these online lessons, you will get to learn many phrasal verbs during this time if in each class I give you one. I will give you a phrasal verb. What do you have to do with this phrasal verb? First, you're going to look for the meaning. Where? You can use a dictionary, you can use a word reference. You remember I told you about this app before? Word reference, okay? It's very good because they give you the meaning of the word, but also you can listen to the pronunciation. So it's useful for you. Okay, so I will give you this phrasal verb and I will tell you what do you have to do with it. You look for meaning, and in the case of today, you will have to use at least once this phrasal verb when you write the story. Okay? You understand, or do I need to slow down? Please tell me if I'm being very fast, because I'm speaking alone. Excellent. You have this in the app. Okay. So you can look for them there. Okay. In this app, they give you all the meanings. Okay, I did tell you. Excellent. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to work a little bit on the writing. I'm going to remind you all the tips about how to write a story for your exams, not only for the Cambridge certifications. I know that in your English, in class, in your normal English classes or lessons, sometimes the exams are about writing a text. So this is also very useful for you to use in your exams. Okay, so please remember what I say. You have a paper and a pen already, so you can take notes. Okay, so let's start. Okay, I think I'm going to be here. Can you see more or less my whiteboard, improvised whiteboard? Okay, I guess you can. I'm going to read it anyway, so you just need to pay attention, take notes. Okay, so writing part 2, story. Okay, good, Manuel, thanks. A story. First, very important thing. Last time you wrote a story with me, you didn't follow the instructions. Very important. Divide into paragraphs your story, okay? First line, title, okay? The title needs to be first capital letters, okay? Very important, capital letters for your title, and summarize the story. Do not spoil it. Do not say what is going to happen at the end of the story, but summarize it, okay? If it's going to be, I don't know, about travel or a trip, you can say the greatest trip, for example, but do not spoil it. Just summarize the story. Capital letters, summarize the story. Very clear, okay? First line. Second, or first paragraph, first paragraph. We have the exposition, okay? The exposition. What says the exposition? It tells how the story is going to start, okay? The beginning of the story, the introduction of the characters, okay? Very important. This has to be very clear. Beginning of the story, introduction of characters. What common expressions can you use for this? You can use the beginning of the story. You can use words like it all began, okay, or at first, or it was a cold morning, it was a sad day. I don't know. There are many different things. You don't have to start always your story with once upon a time. Okay, this is very common. You have to be different in your stories. So it all began with, it was a sunny day. Okay, many different things. These are just some ideas. You're very smart, you have loads of imagination. So use your imagination and start a story in a way that makes the difference from you to others, okay? So there you have. Later, what do we have? The action. What is the action? It's the action of the story, okay? Where everything happens. Here, we are going to create suspense, okay? We try to do this to make the story enjoyable, okay? And to entertain the reader, all right? What can we use here? Time expressions, okay? I gave you some last time. For example, then, after, or before that, okay? While, meanwhile, okay? All these words that we can use. Also to create suspense, we can use suddenly or all of a sudden, okay? You know, many expressions to create suspense that you can use in this, okay? Okay, Miguel, Manuel, don't worry. I will give you what you have to write about later, okay? First, I give you the tips to do the writing. Later, I will tell you what you have to write about, okay? No problems. Stay calm. Okay, resolution, the last paragraph. Remember to keep all these things in different paragraphs, okay? Resolution. How do we finish the story? We can say finally, or at the end, or expressions like that. You know more, okay? But these are a couple of examples that I said to you that I think that are useful and very clear. Finally, in the end, okay? Where you finish your story, you give the solution, okay, to the problem or the ideas that were happening in the previous paragraph, all right? So this will be the structure and some words you can use in your story. Any story you can think about, okay? Remember, a story usually is invented, okay? Of course, you can use your experiences in life or things that happen to you to write the story. This is okay. But what is different from a story to other kind of texts is that a story must, I'm saying must, be written in past tenses. Remember this, I told you the last time. This is very important. You cannot mix all kinds of tenses in the story. They have to be, most of all, past simple, past continuous, past perfect. Okay? These three tenses will be the most common in our story if we write them correctly. If we write everything correctly, they have to be the most frequent tenses in our story. Okay? I don't know, maybe because the story, the way the things are happening there, maybe you will need to introduce some conditionals. Be sure you are using tenses you manage with. What I mean is, if you are not sure of what you're writing, don't do it, okay? So the easiest thing will be writing past simple, past continuous. But it's necessary also to demonstrate a B1 level of English, so past perfect too, okay? As I said before, very important. Another tip that I'm going to give you is try to introduce inside your story the direct speech. What is the direct speech? Can you tell me? Somebody in the chat? That I didn't forget about you. I know you're still there. What was the direct speech? Nobody? Okay. So, direct speech is what someone literally says. Okay? Why is this important to know? Because there is a specific way to write this in English. Okay? What is it? I wrote it here. I don't know if you get to see it. Direct speech. I'm coming with you, she said. Okay. All right, Manuel. You're the only one who's answering. Thank you. I'm coming with you, she said. What do we have here? Two inverted commas. Okay? This is how you write in English what somebody is saying. Okay? Then a regular comma, and then we write she said. Okay? What would happen if this was a question? Instead of saying she said, imagine that she says, can I come with you? We put can I come with you between inverted commas, regular comma, and then instead of saying said, we will say she asked. Okay, because it's a question. So, okay. Excellent, Jorge. That's the correct answer. It is the type of speech that you write exactly what the person literally says. Okay? So, direct speech always. Okay? How we write correctly the direct speech? This way. Okay? Probably the next days we will get to see a little bit of the reported speech. Okay? Which is saying what other person said before. But for the moment, direct speech. Okay? Okay. This is what you're going to use if you want to introduce something that other person said. I'm going to move again. All right. So, how long should this reading be? Writing. It should be about 100 words. You cannot hear me? Oh, wait a sec. Can you hear me now? Wait a second, because can somebody tell me if you can hear me or not now? Because maybe I'm having some problems with my headphones. Hello, hello. Yeah, no? Okay, thank you. So you can hear me now. Okay, so I was saying the text must be around or about 100 words. Okay, what does about or around 100 words mean? This means that it can be 80 or 120, but not more. Okay, do not write less than 80 or over 120. Okay, it has to be around, means 20 less or 20 more. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. Of course, you don't have to send it to me today. Okay, you can send it to me when you have time, when it could be on Friday, for example, but there is not okay, Jorge, excellent. It's because I changed my headphones and the microphone is in this one, so that's why you couldn't hear to me. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Okay, so you don't have, as I was saying, you don't have to send it to me today. Okay, if you can and you want, excellent. but you don't have to do it like in a second. You can take like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 days, okay, until you send it back to me. So the story is going to be about a global disease that makes everybody around the world being at home. Okay, does it sound familiar to you? Okay, so develop your ideas. I don't know, use your imagination. Write about what you are doing at home or what other people tells you they're doing. Okay, I think it's a good exercise for everybody, because maybe with your writing you can give some ideas to entertain yourselves or other people in your houses or outside them. Okay, all right. Another thing, I'm going to write you now in the chat the email address where you will have to send your exercises. Okay, it's my account, so it's only me that will read your writings. And what we're going to do, yeah, that's what I'm explaining, Jorge. I'm going to write now in the chat the email address, okay? And as soon as I can, I will correct them and send them to you, okay? So this is the, sorry, I have to keep looking at it because I don't know it by heart. Head, that's gmail.com. Hola Inglés. Okay. Here you go. Can everybody see the email address I left you right there? Yes? No? Okay. That's the email address where you have to send me anything. Also, if you have any doubts or you need to clarify something, you can send to me by this email everything. And for finishing the class, I told you every day we're going to learn a new phrasal verb. I don't want you to say the meaning in Spanish in the chat, not for the moment, okay? So, thank you guys. So, this is the phrasal verb. I'm going to show you the phrasal verb and I will make a sentence with it. What you have to do with this phrasal verb is include it in your story, okay? Only once. But remember, I'm writing the phrasal verb in present. If your story, as I explained you before, is in past, you will have to adapt the phrasal verb to the text, okay? So, here's the phrasal verb number 1. Take after. Can you all see it? Can you write for the chat that yes, you can, or not, you can't? To take after. Okay, excellent. My phrase in this case would be, I don't take after my father. Okay? I do not take after my father. So, figure out the meaning of this phrasal verb, include it in your story, and make sure you remember it, okay? I'm going to keep writing phrasal verbs each day, and each day we will revise all the phrasal verbs that we've learned, that we have learned during all this time, okay? So we will see how many can we memorize at the end of this isolation that we are living in this moment, okay? Do you think this is a good idea? I think it's a good idea to make your brains work a little bit, so you can, and we can take advantage to the situation to learn some more vocabulary and to practice our English. Okay. Another thing, before we go, we're about to finish the class. Do you have any suggestions of things you would like to do during these online classes? You can write if you have any suggestions there. Also, if now you don't have any, but maybe when we finish the class, some ideas come into your head, or whatever, you can write me to this email I just gave you and make any suggestions or doubts. If you have any doubt of this class or any others, you can write me, and of course I will read and answer you guys. Okay. Okay, so we don't have any questions? No? Okay, so homework for the next day or for whenever you can. Write something about the guy that's living this isolation, or that somebody who's living this situation we're living now. Second, introduce, take after in the correct verb tense. Okay, the title, I repeat, Manuel is asking about the title. The title of the story is 15 Days Isolated. Okay? So we make it easier this way. 15 days isolated, or 15 days of isolation. Okay? 15 días de aislamiento. Okay? Yep. Is it clear, everything? Yes, no? Okay, I'll guess yes, it is. As I said, any questions to the email? People, what? Jorge, I don't know what you mean. Okay, so is it clear? 15 days of isolation, 15 días de aislamiento. Let's imagine the situation that we have nowadays, okay, in this moment, in our houses, in the world in general, because it's not only here in Spain. And use your imagination or your own experience to write about it. I think it's quite easy, and also it's not very long. It's just 80, 100 words. It's all right. Okay, so go for it. Send it to me whenever you can. And guys, I'll see you back on Thursday. Remember, okay? Thursday, same time, same channel. We'll get to see our class this way. Okay? All right, everybody. So take care. Be safe at home. And bye-bye. See you in the next class. Hope you enjoy. And as I told you, if you have any suggestions, write them to me, and I will look at them thoroughly. Okay? Okay. Are you confused, Manuel? No. I think it's okay. Manuel, did you understand? Yeah, okay. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. And as I said, see you back on Thursday. Bye.